Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime review on a mysterious anime. Welcome once again, guys. It's me, Irvin, with another anime review. This is going to be on Housing Complex C, which is an anime that I gave first impressions on a while back, and I was waiting for it to finish, thinking that it was going to be a longer anime, and it actually finished quite a bit ago. I think it just aired for 1 month and it's done. So it did air on HBO Max or Adult Swim. So few things before I say anything else is this is owned by Warner Bros. So it is a little special in the sense of other companies are wanting to bring anime to us, not just Sony, who is controlling Funimation and Crunchyroll at the time, and Disney Plus that is doing a poor job, and Netflix that is continuing doing a poor and what the heck is going on job with Netflix. So, anyways, Adult Swim and Warner Bros did a good job on this one. To be honest, they give us week by week, which was nice. It was a seasonal type of style anime, so I thought it was a great way to release an anime, and props to them because they're doing better than the other companies. Now, before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. I do have quite a bit of stuff that I'll be posting hopefully in the next few weeks. I'm technically, by the time this video releases, I'll technically be like in vacation. So might record more, or it might be the complete opposite and not record at all. So we'll see. Anyways, this is going to be again on Housing Complex C. It is on HBO Max. It is only 4 episodes long. Um, I will give my thoughts on that at the end of this video, but first, let's talk about the plot. We have this girl, Kimmy, who is very chirpy girl. She lives in this kind of low cost housing complex, hence the name Housing Complex. See, and the whole story kind of revolves in this complex. And it's basically a, almost like abandoned in one area, and there's not really much people going in or out. And during the summer, she makes friends with Yuri uh, Koshide, and she is basically another 9, 10 year old girl who is moving into the complex with her parents, and she's coming from Tokyo. Now, Yuri becomes friends with Kimmy, and they're basically the main characters almost of the entire series. Alongside of this, we have some Middle Eastern workers. I'm not really sure what they do. I think they're fishermen, but I'm not really sure. At one point I thought they were construction workers, but I think they were fishermen. And they moved into the complex as well, and they're basically there to help out. Now, who was living in the complex was a bunch of older people, basically people that were on their way out. It's a horrible way to say it, but that's basically how it is. Strange events start happening. One of them was part of my first impressions. This kind of like shut-in character ends up being disappeared almost. Like I think he was dead at the first part, but I wasn't really sure because all he saw was moss. But now I know for sure he was dead. But dead animals start appearing in I believe it's Kimmy's doorsteps, as well as just tenants tend to disappear, and all we see is this moss. Now, what the heck is going on? It does take a few episodes to get. Well, I mean, it's only 4 episodes, so it get 2 episodes to kind of give you the whole confusing plot, and then the third episode towards the end, things start to kind of connect. Um, with all these characters, we have a lot of older men that basically at first think that it's the foreigners, and they're very much racist against the whole situation. Uh, because they think this bigger guy, Kachan, who is one of the foreigners, he's doing all the crimes, and the other foreigners are just covering for him. Now the foreigners themselves think that it's the older people in the complex, and they're just blaming it on them. There's kind of like this whole racist kind of like what's going on thing, and then at one point they all turn on Kachan because it seems like Kachan is doing it, but what he's really doing is he is getting rid of dead animals and stuff that keeps appearing on Kimmy's doorsteps. So at the end, there's quite a bit of a twist, and I don't even know what I want to say here, but I guess if you don't want to hear it at this time is the good time to stop the video. But essentially, what happens is Kimmy ends up being a god who has visit the year 2000 in this complex, and um, the way that she explains it to them is like, look at the stuff around you. Some of the stuff is stuff that's not even from the year 2000, and I think one person looks in like 2017 or something like that. Yeah, it makes sense that why are they living into the year 2000 yet they have stuff from other years in the future. And she also basically is trying to relive the year because it was the year that kind of stuff started crumbling, I guess. And she's trying to see what would be the way for the humanity to go into peace. And essentially, she's this goddess that's been living in this area. And there's a whole explanation about who she is. And Yuri actually ends up being someone who is out to kill Kimmy. And it's a whole like there's two twists and like what the heck, they're both not who you thought they were. And yeah, it's a whole different situation from where I first started. Now, 4 episodes, 4 good episodes. I will say that. First episode was very confusing. If you see my first impressions, probably not the same as this video. Second episode, kind of started understanding what was going on and following through, but still was very confused with most of the stuff. And then third episodes, they started to explain more stuff, connected very much to the second episode, which was good. And then the fourth episode, it just kind of revealed everything. Personally, I love psychological animes like this one, and I think 4 episodes is great. Um, Sometimes they milk some stuff too much just to make 12 episodes, and if you don't have to, then don't. There's manga series that I've read that only have 3 volumes or 2 volumes that are psychological, and they do the job in 2 or 3 volumes and they stop, right? But oftentimes there's writers and producers that know something is good and want to take advantage of the story, so they elongate it more just to get more TV time or whatever. So personally, they went the right direction. HBO Max doing a good job as well as Warner Bros. So I'm glad that they're releasing more anime for us here in the U.S. Hopefully they continue doing that, and we'll see what happens in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Out of 10, I'm going to give this one actually a 7.5 out of 10. I do recommend you to see this if you're into psychological, and it's only 4 episodes, so it's really just about less than 2 hours, and you'll be done with the whole anime. So go watch it. Again, it's HBO Max. It might be re-showing in Adult Swim, not really sure, but you guys can watch it there as well. Thank you guys for letting support. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. And I'll see you guys next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.